Sup guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Deathstroke the Terminator issue number 7. We continue with the City of Assassins part 2. So check out my other review and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. So we dive right in because I have a lot to say, because this is going to be great. Okay, by the way, it's made by Marv Wolfman and Steve Erwin, who's the penciler. And, Batman is talking to Commissioner Gordon here. And he says, we have Jeremy Barker, a mob hitman in custody who could have blown the lid on organized crime here in Gotham. Okay. Sorry, I got a little sore throat. And look at this, man. So great, with all these drawn-in backgrounds and detail of Gotham City. No Photoshop here, no reference, Google stock images, 3D images, nothing, just all drawn. It's perfect. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I'm a sore throat still. So Gordon says, but he was kidnapped by a killer who wanted to buy half of the US government. He's a mercenary called Deathstroke the Terminator. They say I know, go on, says Batman. Anyway, so Barker is gone. And there is the mob that wants to kill Barker for reasons. Like I said, check out my other video. So I'm moving on a little bit here. And so Batman is in his Batcave. I always said the Batcave always looks a little bit different, in every Batman comic, or the one who draws it or writes him. It seems that you always see something different of the cave. So he's doing a workout and he is talking to Dick, Robin, on the comms. And Alfred comes in and Alfred says, "Your tea, sir. I don't know how you enjoy its. I do know how you enjoy its calming effects. One sip, and instead of crippling your foes, you merely wound them severely." So Batman says, "Dick, I just want to know one thing." Talking about Deathstroke. Would he accept a contract to kill a government witness? Bruce, the man saved our lives. He might even have helped save the world. But if you ask me if he's a gun for hire. So then we switch to where Dick is with his white Speedos. And he says, he operates on his own agenda and he has a very strong moral sense. Strong, but to my way, not definable or explainable. What he's done. So they talk a bit and basically he says, hey, listen, Bruce, I check it out and get back to you, okay? And then Batman does the Batman thing. Remember that Batman, when he's in a room with you, he suddenly disappears. He does the same here, but then on the phone, basically he just hung up. It made me laugh a little bit. And then we have Wintergreen, I believe. Now, I'm not very familiar with the whole background story with Deathstroke and Wintergreen. He's associate, I don't know what he is, his lawyer, I don't know. But they have a very strong connection, I guess. Moving on a little bit here. So Deathstroke is interrogating Barker, and Barker, you can rot here for all I care, or you can cooperate. I know there's an inside man in the police department. I want his name. And he says, I don't know. Wrong answer, Jeremy. He says, damn it, man, I was a paid hitman, a freelancer. That's why the mob wants him dead, for reasons. You think they told me anything they didn't want me to know? I don't know, Jeremy. But before we're done here, I'm going to find out. And he's flipping him again. Crunch. He says, stop it. Send me back to the cops, man. Do it. Is that what you really want, Jeremy? Or did you forget about the inside man out to kill you? Go to hell. No one's taking me out. So, yeah, Deathstroke is doing his thing here, hurting him a lot. If you don't start to tell me what I want to hear, I do it myself. Now talk. What do you want from me, man? Why don't you believe me? You miserable bastard. I don't know nothing. I don't. So Deathstroke believes him, and he walks away, and he is leaving here on ice. I'm keeping you on ice. Why are you crazy? You're not leaving me here. Okay, Very cool. So we switched to this guy that in the last issue, Wilson, Slade Wilson, Deathstroke the Terminator, fired him for, because he's incompetent, I believe. And he's on the phone with someone. So he's complaining a little bit about the whole situation. He says, yeah, I'm fired. Said he didn't want advice, said he didn't want partners, never really had a real job, you know. Gosh, Mr. Wilson, he employed me since the war. Now what I'll do? So the other guy on the phone says, you did the right call Scoops. You did the right thing. You did the right to call me, Scoops. I fly to Gotham in the morning. That'll be great. We need you. At first I was scared to call you, but I knew you would do right by me. Goodbye, and thanks again, Mr. Wintergreen. Oh, it's Mr. Wintergreen. I forgot. So yeah, and then Batman is here, and look at this, all this electronics here and pigeons, I guess. He says Batman. So Batman wants answers too, and I always like this costume, this gray and blue costume. Why? Well, for instance, I like the fact that it sticks, his cowl and his cape is one thing, is one unit. And always the cape is flowing over his shoulders, which makes him more, in my opinion, intimidating. It looks more, I don't know, it's just more Batman, I guess. I mean, look at this, you know, he is talking to Scoops, and he says, hey, man, I want the answers, and you're going to give it to me, and he's destroying some equipment, really expensive. And again, where he throws it, his, cape is still on his shoulders, while part of his cape flows under his around him. It's just, I don't know, it's just so cool. Also like this costume more because I don't like the bulkier armored Batman. I always find Batman more, I say it again, more Batman when he is lean, fast, slim, athletic, that is one of his his arsenal. He's a very good martial artist. He's the freaking Batman, So Batman says, hey, Scoop, I'm legit, I am. I fix these machines, that's all. I don't want to get involved in all the other stuff anymore. So Batman says, hey, I want a simple conversation. Skipping. So remember then there's a woman on the police force, and so these guys are saying, hey, we want to meet with her, but she's nowhere to be found. And talking about Tracy. And so this woman says she was supposed to meet me for an evidence checker too. Doesn't she understand how important? So Gordon says, we sent a black and white to her house in what's that place? Evanston? I don't know. So the police are going there at their house and say, hey, we are looking for, what's her name? Let's say, call her Tracy. I'm not sure what the last name is anymore. So, and then this housekeeper says, no, she isn't here. And if I, hear anything, I'll let you know. But she is here and why doesn't she want to come out or show herself to the cops? Don't know. Well, in the last issue, I have a theory. We're coming back to that later. So she says, you're really going out now, aren't you? You won't hear before Christmas, Ma? Hon, I don't know. What I'm doing is, wrong, but it's got to be done. So she's going away and kissing her son goodbye, and the son is, afraid that she's never going to see her anymore. And then we're going back to Batman in his, over-the-top Batmobile, and he's talking to Alfred. Alfred, every way I try to put 2 and 2 together, I come up with 5. Wilson didn't accept the mob contract, but that being the case, why did he kidnap Barker? Who was the other person he was working with? And why did they kill the officer? From everything I can tell, that's not Wilson's style. I'm confused. And then Alfred says, and that cracked me up a bit, what a relief, sir. I thought I was the only one who didn't understand the mental convolutions of those who were wearing face masks and body armor. I know, because Batman, although not really a face mask, but, He's a Cape Crusader. So there's also a couple of kids breaking in, and then they see the Batmobile, and they are so scared shitless that they are never going to turn to crime again, because they say, well, Batman is always around. Let's go. And then we see Slade Wilson on the motor here, and there's a couple of guys beating up Santa Claus, and he shoots them in the kneecaps, and he says, Merry Christmas. And he just goes away. Meanwhile, so here at the headquarters of the mob bosses, again, look at this beautiful looking shot, hand-drawn, by the way. And I have way more appreciation of the backgrounds and the drawings of artists now that I've known that, Marvel and DC is just skipping over that part constantly, being lazy as they are. Anyway, so he's talking probably to that person, the infiltrator in the police force, which I think I know who it is. And so this guy is shouting, you are handsomely paid to be on our inside contact. Your job is supplies with information. And if you are incapable of handling a minor chore like finding a traitor, maybe we no longer need your services. In other words, find him, kill him. I want Barker. I want his eyes. Do you understand? I'm coming over. We need to talk, says the other person. Oh, yeah? Well, I got nothing to say to you. You hear me? I'm tired of talk. I want to see action, some action. Now. And then we see Batman and Deathstroke. They don't know each other, that they are here, both. And Deathstroke comes in. And I just love this. So he goes into action, and, well, he's enhanced. He's, I believe, stronger than 10 men or something like that. I'm not sure what his complete power set is, but he's very capable. Let's leave it at that. So he's making way through all these mobs, and of course he's going to beat them in seconds. And but then he grabs this mob boss called Jarrett, and he wants to throw him, from this building. And he says, "Don't pull me back, you lunatic. After you tell me who's the inside man, go to hell." And he was counting down, and he said, okay. Wilson, don't even think it. And then we have Batman here. Again, I love the fact that he is wearing that hand on his cape. I don't know. It just looks cool, I guess. And so he says, the mob boss, stop him. He's insane. He wants to kill me. Damn it, man. Do your job. Stop him. Shut up, Jared. Your drugs have killed hundreds of kids. You've built your empire out of the bones of good men you ruined. If anyone deserves to be splattered 50 stories down, it's you. Calm down, Batman. Jesus. I like that. But he says, not this way. And not today. We do it legally. Wilson, give him to me. So Wilson just, throws him aside. He says, I get my information in a different way. And then the action ramps up. And this part is what I really like. Not only visually, but also when it comes to writing. So he, Batman said, again with the fists in his cape, it looks so cool. Anyway, don't even think about it. So Wilson, you're wanted by the feds. You can leave just yet. Really? I don't remember needing your permission. I'm not here to exchange witty repartee. I just want answers. I suspect that you had nothing to do with the killing of the police officer. You already had turned down Jared's offer. Yet you returned and kidnapped Barker. Why? And why did you... And just who did kill the cop? So they're having a fight, and it looks great, and it's getting better with each passing page here. So Batman says, come on, Wilson, talk to me. If you're innocent, I can help you clear you. Nightwing said that you saved his life, that you were a good man. Your ex-partner's wide-eyed and idealistic. I'll let you bring me in. I'll be dead before the trial. The inside man, remember? With your information, I can rout him out. Gordon can protect you. Gordon couldn't protect his butt with Kevlar trousers. This writing is so good. You two are wasting your time trying to clean up all the crap here. This city's corrupt from its sewers to its spires. And then this is happening. Slowly. I don't give up, Wilson. Not on Gotham, and not on bringing you in. I don't have time for this. I'm taking out Jared Inside Man. Then let him find together. Work with me, Wilson. I don't work with partners any longer. They have the tendency to die. I like this part. I probably believe he's talking about Terra. Not entirely sure. Maybe he's talking about the sun. Could be. Now get out of my way. You forgot to say please while he's Batman butting him in the face. But then, like I said, action is getting quicker and faster. It's ramping up. I said I wasn't let you leave, Wilson. You want the Inside Man, and so do I. But this is my town. We do it my way. Oh man, Batman is so cool. He's the man, in my opinion. No, you're a good Batman, but you're just an ordinary man. I've been enhanced. I'm stronger, faster, and far more vicious. You trained yourself to fight. I've trained myself to kill. This is so good, man. Why don't we see this in modern comics or anything at all? 90s comics are so good. I keep telling you guys that. You want good comics? Buy 90s comics, especially with this DC logo. Do it. Trust me. Anyway, and then Batman gets his ass handed to him. He's getting the smack it down from Slade Wilson. Slade is saying, should it come down to it, Batman, if I have to kill you to get what I want, well, there will be one more angel looking to win his wings, and Gotham will then sink into its sump hole just that much faster. Well, he's beating the living shit out of him. You know, look at his eyes and all these blood spatters all over him. Oh man, this is so brutal. I was saying, yeah. Now, I know this is a Deathstroke comic, so if wasn't Batman's comic, it would probably turn differently. But I like that they actually gonna show how dangerous Deathstroke actually is, and that he actually can beat Batman in a fair fight. You know, well, fair to a certain degree because of course he's enhanced, so it's not really that fair. So another time, Batman, he says, and then he walks away. But then we see the shadow, and Batman is still not giving up, and he kicks him into this, through the window, and he says, "I can let you go, and I can let you stop me." And he's kicking him into this, thing here, and Batman is unconscious. And then we see at last, in this here, this woman tried to, I don't know, kill him, but she says, basically she wants him to lead him to Jeremy Barker. I'm guessing that's the cop, the blonde cop from. This is my assumption. I could be wrong. I think this is her. I figured it out in the very first issue. It's not that. I mean, she has it has a very slim figure. This must be her, I guess. But we'll see, guys. So stick around to another episode of Deathstroke coming, on this channel soon enough. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.